Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great. Okay. Wow. Lots of people. Great. How are you all doing today? Quite a few people today. Hold on. Wow, people just keep joining. Give me a few minutes to get this set up.
All right, fine with that.
Just a moment. Okay. Right, a few people, just a moment, getting things set up, getting people joined into the room takes a few seconds. Okay, great. Let me share my screen. Okay, sharing screen. Yes, today is a conversation class. So we are just going, this is open conversation. I have a few topics, some questions we're going to talk about, but this is not a lecture. I'm not going to do all of the talking. So I hope you will all join me and talk and just have a nice conversation. I hope you're all doing well today. It's lovely weather. Finally, not too crazy hot, because it has been just so hot recently. I can see a few of you, but if you don't want to turn your camera, that's okay. Yes, so our topic today is entertainment and culture. If this is your first time here, my name is Joshua Hollis, Professor Hollis, but you can just call me Josh. I work at Tufts. I've worked at Tufts for 5 years now, teaching a variety of classes. And I just like to have a nice casual conversation class. So let's have some conversation. My first question, it's all about entertainment and culture. So we're going to cover entertainment first, something interesting, something we all enjoy doing, I think, or most of us, is watching TV, maybe television, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, something. So what right now is a popular TV show in Korea, or what is your favorite show of all time? Anybody? What is a popular TV show in Korea right now? Or what is your favorite show of all time?
I actually don't watch TV, so I think I cannot tell what's the popular TV show in Korea now, but I can tell what's my favorite show. Hi, I'm Jay, by the way.
Hi.
And do you know Mr. Jong-won Baek?
I do not know.
Oh, yeah. And a few years ago, he had some kind of food trip show called the Street Food Fighter.
Oh, maybe I do know who that is. Okay, I have heard of this.
Yeah. I watched that from the season 1 to season 2, all of that.
Yes.
Yeah, I love this so much. Yeah.
He's a very famous chef in Korea, right?
Yeah. Also an entrepreneur.
Yes. He has the coffee shops and all sorts of restaurants.
Yeah, he has everything related to gourmet and food. Yes, thank you.
Great. Okay, that's interesting. Yes, so you like watching TV shows about food, or maybe just his TV show about food.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, great. Anybody else? Popular TV show now, or maybe one of your favorite shows of all time? I honestly have not been watching a lot of TV recently. I don't have the time or energy to even just sit in front of TV because I just fall asleep. The most recent Korean drama I watched was earlier this year. I watched Glory, The Glory, if you've seen that. I enjoyed that. Right now, I'm watching One Piece because it's on Netflix right now. New One Piece. It's good. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm not watching a lot right now, so I don't know what's popular right now. What are the most popular Korean shows right now?
I liked watching. Oh, sorry.
Yes,
You
go
gonna
ahead.
talk?
Go ahead.
Sophia,
Kim, right?
I think. Yeah. I think he turned on the mic too. Seungnae Kim.
Well, you go ahead first.
Yeah. My favorite TV show is actually I like a little bit comedy shows. So my favorite one is Who Divorced Man. 4 members who divorced and then they talking in somebody member's house and then they make me really laugh a lot. I like them most of the comedy shows. Yeah.
Okay, so they're men who got divorced and they have a TV show where they just talk.
Yeah, and the one man is really kind of really he got a lot of entertain talent and he was a singer, but he's really good at like her humor. And then made me sometime when I feel tired, and then he made me laugh a lot.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
good.
I
think it's good to laugh. Good to watch shows that make you laugh.
Yeah.
Anybody else? I don't watch a lot of humor. I usually just watch sci-fi or fantasy, and I'm honestly a little bit. Actually, not a little bit. I'm very big geek. If you don't know what a geek is, kind of similar to the Japanese idea of otaku, kind of. So when I think of humor, the humorous shows I've watched, maybe like One Punch Man. If anybody knows what One Punch Man is, that's humor.
I do.
Me. Yeah, that's a good show. I like that. Yeah, so that's my humorous show that I watch. It's about a super.
I used to like watching TV show, looking for Hidden Singer.
Hidden Singer. Oh,
yeah,
yes,
but lately I actually don't watch a TV show.
Good. I think Hidden Singer started in Korea, but now it's actually popular in America too. Like they're doing an American Hidden Singer now, so it's spread from Korea. It's awesome. Okay, anybody else? If you can hear screaming, I'm sorry. My children are in the other room, not being quiet.
Don't worry, that's their job.
Yeah, that is their job, to be loud and crazy. My children are 6 years old and 4 years old. So yes, that is very much their job right now, to be loud.
That must feel like they're more like a dolphin than human, eh?
Sometimes, yeah. I think they might even make dolphins, hold their flippers to their ears because it's too loud. Okay, anybody else before we move on to the next question? Anything you like watching? Maybe any show that you enjoy watching. This is about entertainment, so
Hi, I'm Sally.
Hi, Sally.
Hi. These days there are TV shows that show us celebrities traveling around the world. You know that program?
Yes, there are quite a few of those, aren't there?
Yeah. So I can't travel a lot because of the COVID. So I like to watch these programs because sometimes I feel like I'm with them.
There's a program I've seen a few times where a few Korean celebrities travel to a different country and open a restaurant, like a temporary restaurant. I forget what the name of the show is, but they open a Korean restaurant in Spain or in different places. Not permanent, just for a month or two.
Yeah. Actually run the restaurant with, right?
Yes. Yeah. They run the restaurant and they serve people. Yes,
I
Yunsita.
remember.
Thank you. Yes, yes. Yeah, that's good.
I enjoyed watching them
I
too.
I understand you haven't traveled because of COVID. I didn't travel for years because of COVID, and finally this summer I traveled to
Oh.
see my parents in England with my kids and my
England.
wife. Yeah, so it was a long.
Good
We had to
for
wait a
you.
long. I haven't seen some of them in 10 years, so
Oh.
it was a long time coming. Yeah, it's been a long time. So that was nice. The weather was very cool in England, not crazy hot like Korean summer.
Oh,
was nice.
cool.
It was cool. It was very cool.
Oh,
Like
Like what?
almost too cold. I had to go. I didn't prepare my clothes right. I went with short sleeve shirts and shorts, but it was so cold. We had to go shopping and buy hoodies and sweatpants because it was too cold. Okay.
Oh,
So we talked about TV shows. Now let's talk about music. What kind of music do you like, and how does listening to music make you feel?
mm,
Okay, I go first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this day, from like a few years ago, I'm kind of into soft jazz, like
Okay,
from
soft
Mississippi, Louisiana
Nice.
style, and
I'm from
but-
Mississippi.
Are you?
Yeah, I was born in Mississippi.
Oh, okay. So I was like listening to very famous jazz music like Louis Armstrong's, yeah, and Bill Evans, and what was that? The trumpet guy, Chet Baker. Yes.
Chet Baker, yes.
Yeah,
very
yeah,
nice.
yeah. Those guys, I like them so much. And these days, I actually watched the movie called American Chef.
Okay.
Yeah, and they use a lot of Cuban music
Yep.
and La Quimbumba. And it actually makes me really dance. So I loved watching the movie because it's about the chef, really famous chef, becoming a food truck owner.
Yeah,
and
it's a good.
They play
good
like a
movie.
lot of Cuban jazz opera music. So
Because he's
Yeah,
making
I'll-
Cuban sandwiches.
yeah, I really like to have them one day. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, really like to listen to the jazz and opera Cuban music these days.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that blues music comes from Mississippi. And actually Elvis was born in Mississippi. And yeah, Louisiana is down south in the US, like New Orleans. Maybe some of you have heard of New Orleans. It's a very interesting area in America because it doesn't feel like the US. It doesn't feel like America because it has a lot of French influence, because hundreds of years ago, there were the French had an island south of Florida. They had an island with slaves. This is a long time ago. And they were French and they had African slaves. And the slaves all ran away to New Orleans, but they spoke French and they had French culture. And it just this kind of interesting mix of American culture, French culture, and African culture is in New Orleans. It's very, very interesting. Good food, good music. Okay, anybody else? What kind of music do you like? I also enjoy the soft jazz sometimes. Bebop jazz. Anybody?
Well, I like Beyonce music. Well, when I heard the Beyonce music, and I was impressed by her song, like "Hello." Yeah, it is a very it is a very addicted to my mind. Yeah.
Beyonce. I don't listen to a lot of Beyonce, so I don't know much about her. I honestly listen to a lot of electronic music. So like probably one of my favorite artists right now. How can I do this? Hold on. How can I?
I ran a jazz bar 20 years ago.
Wow, very cool.
At that time, I only listened to jazz, but now I quite like opera and classical music.
Okay.
Listening to the music makes me feel very relaxed, and I can concentrate on my breathing for listening opera and classical music.
Opera and classical music.
Yeah.
More calming, more relaxing. Okay, anybody else? Thoughts about your music preference? What you like to listen to? Give us some recommendations.
Sometime when I was 20 to the before the marriage, I loved the hip hop. But when after marriage, I start to listen about radio. My favorite radio show is NBC 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. He's a very famous DJ. Name is Baecholsu.
Okay.
Yeah, I like his program because I can hear a lot of music, like latest music. So I feel like, I'm still young about that music. Age is a little getting older, but I feel like I can hear like latest music. And then I heard a very good voice in American musician's name is Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
Yeah, her voice is amazing. I like her. So I bought her CD, and when I'm driving, sometimes I listen to music. Her albums are pretty good. Yeah, I like her. Yeah. He must have introduced about very famous singer in the world. So sometimes famous singer and band is coming to her studio. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I knew a lot of it. Yeah.
I'm thinking of hip hop. You reminded me. I'm also older, so when I think of hip hop, like Korean hip hop, I think of Epic High, Dynamic Duo, Tiger JK,
and
those kinds.
And I forgot suddenly. Dynamic Duo is famous too.
Yeah, Dynamic Duo. I really like Epic High.
Yeah, I like to. Yeah.
Good hip hop. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Next one is, I guess we talked about this just a little bit now, but what sort of entertainment did you enjoy when you were younger? Like I was talking hip hop, like Dynamic Duo, Epic High. What did you enjoy when you were younger? Might be embarrassing for some people. What TV shows did you like? What music did you like? What movies did you enjoy? Anybody?
Do you mean how much younger?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It could be when you were a child, when you were a teenager. Some of us in this room are 20 years old. Some of us are 40 or 50. So your choice.
Well,
you go first.
Oh, thank you. When I was in high school, I love Step by Step, who was a song by the New Kids on the Block, because
New Kids on the Block.
Yes, the high school performance, there are so many students, sister sang a song with the dancing, I really wanted to follow their team members, I love him.
I haven't thought about New Kids on the Block in a long time. Okay, anybody else?
If some years can be a younger man, I would say so. But it was like 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 5 or 6 years younger. So
yeah.
Anyway, do you know the Korean TV drama show? What was that? Dokkaebi? Goblin?
Dokkaebi, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I like that really much because it talked about the spirit world
with the sword in his chest.
That's right, and some sort of Korean mythologies into the drama with the and beautiful, indeed, and that was a really interesting story. Yeah, stories between the underworld and now and spirits and all the cause and effects. Yeah, that was really interesting to see. It's interesting to see. So later, I've also watched the Hotel Del Luna. There was also
Okay.
very similar story about this girl is owning the hotel for spirits before they go to the underworld.
That's
So I really like
interesting.
to watching that drama. Actually, I'm saying like that because I'm not a big fan of dramas, but it was really interesting.
You probably like, did you ever watch Bleach?
Oh yeah, I
Bleach, the
did.
animation?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Similar idea with Underworld and Death Reapers and yeah.
And I like to shout Mankai.
Yeah,
like
Bankai. Yeah.
Sorry.
We're geeks.
Yeah, we are. Anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
I watched Dokkebi, but the first big drama that I really enjoyed in Korea that I really liked it. I'm going to show my age here. Secret Garden. I really enjoyed Secret Garden. I'm going to show my age. Yeah, Secret Garden was great. And I've watched I really enjoyed what's the name of it? It will come to me in a minute. What's the TV show where it's like it was in 1988, I think.
1988.
It was
1988.
No, it wasn't made in 1988. It was about 1988. Oh, it was. What's the name of it?
응답하라 1988.
응답하라. Thank you, 응답하라. Yes, I really enjoyed 응답하라.
I sort of
thank you.
Ghost.
Yeah, not Ghost. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm very
That's a good show.
impressed. You like the culture from the 88?
I mean, I know it's Korean 1988, so it's not the same as American 1988, but I did grow up around that time, so it is kind of a bit nostalgic. Because I was born in 1983, so I was 5 years old, I guess, when that would have happened. Yeah. But growing up with that kind of technology and that kind of, it's not the same. It's Korean culture and American culture, but it was still at the same time in the world, so a little bit similar. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Okay, anybody else before we move on to the next question? Anybody? We have a lot of people in here. Only a few people are talking. Come on, talk, people.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay, next question. We talked about TV shows. We talked about music. Now books. What was the last book that you read? What's the last book that you read?
The last book what you read?
Or if you can't think of the most recent book, what's one of your favorite books?
Favorite books.
All right, guys, I'm going first. Okay, you can go.
Hi, Josh. I'm Minji from California.
Hi, from California. What time is it there right now?
It is 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Friday. Okay.
Yeah. And I wash the dishes.
Wow, good job.
Recently, I'm reading Omnivore's Dilemma
Okay.
by Michael
Omnivore's
Pollan.
Dilemma. Okay, so it's about diet. It's about what you eat.
Yeah. Actually, I never heard about him before, but actually, I live very close to Berkeley, and and find out that he is teaching in Berkeley right now, and
interesting.
Yeah, and what was the most interesting to me? It was the fact that the most food we eat is not very healthy because everything is come from the corn, and the corn is
especially in America.
Yeah,
especially in America, not everywhere else, but
way.
especially in America.
Yeah, it is very good book to read. I think I want to recommend to everyone because it is worth to read. Yeah. And in Korea, it is called
worth reading.
Yes, it's called 잡식 동물의 딜레마.
So are
Yeah.
you trying to be a vegetarian or are you
No,
just
no,
trying
no,
to
no.
eat healthier?
No, I'm sorry. I just read that
I'm not a
the
vegetarian.
cows really eat
Vegetarian?
cows eat a lot
Not a
of
vegetarian.
medicine
Yeah,
because of
yeah,
the
a lot of
hormones, but-
antibiotics.
Yeah, antibiotic, but I'm
Yeah.
a meat lover. I'm sorry.
Mm.
So I can I can
I-
avoid. Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of beef or pork, but I eat lots of chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, I eat lots
Okay.
of chicken
Yeah.
every day.
Chicken is corn too.
Omnivore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely
Yeah.
omnivore, eat everything.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Anybody else? What was the last book you read or one of your favorite books?
The books. Yeah.
This year is 140 years after the Kafka's born. So
Okay.
yeah, I recently read the book of the Kafka, and
Metamorphosis or The Trial? Which one?
the changing the
The,
변신.
the bug? Yeah,
Yeah,
Metamorphosis.
both story. Yeah, right.
Metamorphosis.
Mm-hmm. And another one is the guest list, the
Mhm.
new young writer in United States. The name is Lucy Polly. The guest
Okay.
list is kind of thriller, so it reminds me like a Sidney Sheldon or the who else? The very famous writer in US about thriller. Yes, like a Black Dahlia kind
Okay,
of thing.
Black Dahlia,
So
yeah.
she's
Interesting.
really a young dark horse in US now, right recently. So I read 2 novels of Kafka and Lucy Polly.
Did you read them in English or Korean?
Korean.
Actually, the Kafka one is Korean, but the guest list, Lucy Polly's novel in English because it's really
Good job.
simple. And yeah,
Good job. That's
I-
still
I
even if
find-
it's simple, that's an accomplishment. That's a very big accomplishment.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also the 1984, I just started to
Ooh.
read. Yeah, George
That's-
Orwell.
That's 1984 is great. I love 1984 and Brave New World. I also like 1Q84, Il-Q Palsa.
Oh
that
yeah.
by
Um,
Haruki Murakami. That's a great
Yeah.
book.
Mhm, mhm. Good.
Anybody else?
That's all. Yeah.
Thank you. That was great.
Yeah, recently I read Anna Karenina
Mhm.
and
Not Krishna.
Karamazov's brothers.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
I read
classic.
classical literature again and again.
from
There are many books, but 돌아가다. 고전문학. Yeah,
Back to classics.
yeah.
Yeah, the classic books. Yeah, I try to read classics too. Some of them, though, some of them are too difficult. I tried to read Anna Karenina.
Anna Karenina.
I couldn't do it. It was
Russia.
the Russian writers. They describe too much. I would be reading for 5 or 6 pages about what the grass looks like. I'm like, I don't
Tolstoy
care.
and Dostoevsky.
I don't care.
Yeah, writer. Tolstoy and
Tolstoy,
Dostoevsky. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Tolstoy loves to describe
Yeah.
grass and trees for pages and pages and pages.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
even
goodness.
the name of the character is really long.
Yes. Even and so I get mixed up. Who is this again? What? Oh, it's too hard to keep track
You
of.
cannot follow easily.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's so difficult.
Yeah. This is the book I received
Sunema.
last night.
Okay.
Yeah, Kim Hae-yeon
Kim
is a very
Hae-sun.
famous person
Okay.
as a writer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Kim Hae-sun.
Kim Hae-sun. Her words. Interesting. Great. Okay, anybody else before we move on to the next topic? We heard some good recommendations for books.
Can I speak?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Please.
The last book I read was Midnight in Library. It's a novel, and I really enjoyed reading it. My friends recommended it. It was about going back to a moment of regret that you had never lived. I recommend it to you too.
Midnight Library.
But I don't remember the writer.
Okay, I can look it up though. Midnight Library. Okay, interesting.
That's all.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you for the recommendation. I like those kinds of books. And hearing about Kafka reminded me of a book I read last year, Kafka on the Shore. By Haruki Murakami, I think. Kafka on the Shore. That was a strange book. Okay, question 5. Where do you find entertainment outside of your home? So, we read books, we watch TV inside the home, but what kind of entertainment do you find outside the home? Do you go to cafes, bars, movie theaters, other places, norebang? I don't know. But where do you find entertainment outside the home?
Outside the home.
I have 2 young children. I don't have entertainment outside the home anymore, so I have nothing to add here. The last time I went to a movie theater was maybe Avengers Endgame. I mean, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I haven't gone anywhere fun. Okay, so anybody? Where do you find entertainment outside the house?
I usually go to this cafe called Pumpkin O. By the way, I live in Gangneung. This Gangneung city has a lot of good cafes, and this cafe is also really good espresso and Afro-Cuban music. So actually, this owners wanted to make a cafe. It looks like a Cuba. So if I go there, I feel like I'm in Cuba with Italian espresso. So that's kind of paradox, but yeah, I found my entertainment and music in their cafe.
It sounds like you're very interested in Cuban culture.
Yeah, these days. Yeah, because of the movie. Yeah, that I watched it.
Yeah, Chef.
Yeah.
Cool.
I usually go to a painting or a photograph exhibition.
Okay.
And watch a musical. Recently, I watched Diffie. Do you know Diffie?
I do not. What is Diffie?
And Cat watched it 3 times.
Cats. Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
musical Cat.
Musical. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I've never seen Cats. I've seen Wicked, and what else have I seen? I was in England this past summer, and we saw Matilda. That was a good musical.
Matilda.
I was really Matilda. It was based on the movie Matilda, the book Matilda, about the little girl who's very smart and can move things with her mind. A lot of the actors, a lot of the singers were children. I was really impressed. I'm like, my goodness, these kids are talented. Because they're so young. You're so talented.
Do you know Cat's topic song? Memories.
Memories, yes.
Yeah. Memories, amazing every time I heard it.
Yeah, I've never seen Cats, but they want to make everything what is it? Jellicle, right? Jellicle cats. Something like that. Jellicle. I don't know what Jellicle isn't a word, so I don't know what it means.
Many kids like Jellicle.
Anybody else? Where do you find entertainment outside the home?
Outside your home.
I went this summer in UK too. So because my husband's hometown is UK, I never been to art museum much last time, but this time I've been to the Tate Modern Art Museum.
Yes.
Yeah, Tate Modern Art Museum, it was amazing. Then I keep watching for this museum have like Korean artists, and found it. I feel like happy. Korean artists there, artists. And
felt very proud.
And also I watched a very famous. I forgot suddenly his name, like pop art famous man in America. his hidden like art stuff, I saw it in exhibition and then very good. I like that dude. Andy
Benching,
and
you mean?
Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol, yeah, Andy
Warhol.
Warhol.
Okay.
Yeah, Andy Warhol too. Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I like that. I recommend you go next time.
Okay, Tate, yeah, the Tate Museum.
Yeah, Tate Modern, yeah.
Have you ever tried coin 노래방?
I know what it is. I've never tried it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Coin.
if you have 5,000 won, under $4, yeah, we can sing 12 songs.
Wow, that's a lot of songs.
Yeah, very good.
But I'm the worst singer on earth, so I don't want to hear myself sing. It's horrible. Nobody wants to hear it. It's torture.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a place people like us.
Yeah. I can't do 노래방. I'm really bad.
Can I?
Yes,
I
go
like
ahead.
to go to water park.
Ooh, like Caribbean Bay.
I really like it. I've been all the famous water park in Korea. But these
What are the-
days,
There's only how many famous water parks are there? I only know Caribbean
like
Bay.
5.
Yeah,
Caribbean Bay. Caribbean Bay. Too many people in there.
I've only been to Caribbean Bay. It was good though. But yeah.
Yeah. They're very all similar. But do you know Baji? Have you
Baji?
heard about Baji?
No.
Anybody?
No.
Baji
I
is
know Baji.
you knew that? You know that? Baji culture by the river is popular. It's
What
like
is
a
it?
small floating port to float the boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, banana
Yeah.
boat.
That's
Oh,
right.
okay,
And I
okay,
can
okay,
ride a
okay.
banana boat there.
Oh, that's cool.
or wakeboard.
Wakeboard. Or big motorboat. Yeah, it's
Mm,
really
very
exciting.
cool.
Yeah.
So you have to
I
hold on
strongly
the back
recommend
of the
you
boat or
guys.
something. You have to hold on to the
And
banana boat.
I can swim there,
Yeah,
dive there.
I enjoy just going to the swimming pool. I love swimming, so I just don't get
yeah.
many chances to do it. I'm happy with
Me
just a
too.
swimming pool.
I really like playing in the water, on the water, under the water. I really like water. My next goal is wave park.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Wave park, it's a place where you can surf inside
Oh, that does sound cool.
a building.
I've tried surfing before in Hawaii, and
Why?
one day was not enough to learn anything. I was terrible. It was
Sure.
really difficult.
Right.
Okay, let's look at the next question. So we're moving from kind of entertainment to culture as well. So what unique entertainment does Korea offer? And what entertainment do you enjoy from other cultures? So I know that noraebang is also karaoke in Japan. So it's not unique to Korea, but it is kind of unique. I mean, we certainly don't have noraebang in America, so, or in England or Europe really. So that is quite unique. I think also, what is it? Timdilbang is a bit unique to Korea. Anything else?
Yeah. Have you ever been to COEX before?
Of course, of course. What is unique about COEX?
Is there a kids cafe in USA?
There are more kids cafes now. Yes, it is becoming more common, but it is much, much more popular in Korea, I would say. And I've been to COEX, but I mean, I don't think COEX is unique because I've also been to the Mall of America, which is the largest shopping mall in the USA, and it was huge. I mean, I don't know how to describe. I got lost inside of it because inside the middle of the shopping mall, inside the middle, is
Yeah.
a theme park with like roller coasters inside the shopping. It's huge. It's much bigger than COEX.
Yeah.
So so I've been to some big malls.
Okay.
But COEX, I do like their new huge bookstore in the middle. That's pretty cool. They're like tall shelves of books. I like that.
I suddenly have a question.
Yes.
I think this is also like unique entertainment in Korea. And these days, so many screen golf in Korea. I never tried to golf, but in America or the other country have that. Like
I don't think so. Maybe they have it, but certainly not as popular as Korea.
yes,
There's
around
screen
my
golf
apartment,
everywhere.
Around my apartment, 3 screen golf.
But I think the difference is that in America, we have a lot more space. So there's real golfing. But in Korea, there's not as much space. And in the city, there's not many places to go real golfing. So you have to do screen golf. So yeah, there's I think that's the big difference is land. Okay, anybody else? Screen golf, Jimjilbang.
Yeah, unique entertainment. I think Yunori.
Yunori? Oh, that's the game,
You
right?
know, in Korea we play Yunori with
Like for
our
Chuseok.
families on holiday. Solal and Chuseok. Yeah, my family
PC room.
also play Yunori.
Yunori. Yeah, that is a unique game. Someone in the chat said PC room, PC bang.
Yeah.
I agree. That's I don't think I've never seen PC bang like in the US or UK. It's just not common. Here,
yeah, Korean PC room became
very
an
unique.
offspring for the famous pro gamers in Korea.
Yeah. Yep. And you can order food and stay there for so many hours.
Manhwa, do you know Manhwa-bang?
Manhwa, yeah, the like
cafe.
comics,
Yeah.
manga cafe,
Yeah.
manga cafe, yeah. It's from Japan, but yeah, it's also popular in Korea. I haven't seen many of those recently though. They're not as common as they used to be. I don't think. I haven't seen a lot of them. I would say this is not entertainment, but something else that's unique to Korea is goshiwan. We do not have goshiwan or goshitel in America or UK or anything.
I have a question. I have a question, Joshua.
Yes.
Is there a pet cafe in the United States?
Pet cafe?
Yeah.
Yes, there are, but again, not as popular, not as common. There's very, very few of them. Because I know I was recently in the UK just this past summer, and in Birmingham, which is a pretty big city, there was only like one cat cafe. You could go there, but there was only one. So yeah, much more common in Korea because Korea has cat cafe and dog cafe, raccoon cafe,
carrot
so many
cafe.
So many different things.
Reptile cafe.
Reptile cafe. No, thank you.
Me neither.
No, thank you. My children's Yuchiwan has a snail like as a pet inside the Yuchiwan, and it had eggs. And they said, "Does anyone want to adopt the eggs and have a snail at home?" I was like, "No," but lots of people want it. I was very surprised. I do not. No, thank you. Why? Why would I want that? Okay, let's move. We're running out of time. Let's move on to the next question. How has culture changed in your life? Like what aspects, what parts of Korean culture have changed from when you were younger? What do you miss about culture in the past?
Cola tech.
What tech?
Cola tech. We call cola tech.
What is that?
When I was teenager, they're only selling like a beverage like Coke or like cider stuff, soda stuff, and they be dancing.
Okay. I don't know anything about that.
That's a nightclub without alcohol.
Like there are no drink, no alcohol.
Clubs for the juniors.
Yes.
Clubs for juniors. Okay, just like when they serve soda but not alcohol.
Yeah, no cigarette.
You pretend like you're drunk.
Yeah, it's like a kids cafe with stage and disco music, and maybe your kids can drink milk and soda
Wow.
there with Bororo music.
Yeah. My one of my dream is all family come to club without cigarette, alcohol, just all dancing together. I want to be DJ then.
Interesting. Okay, I've never heard of that. I'll tell you what I miss. I miss not, oh, you can't, oh, wow, that's really weird. It doesn't pick it up in my camera. Smartphone. I miss not having phones. I miss like the day when I was like a teenager, or younger than teenager, nobody had smartphones, nobody had cell phones. Because nowadays it's like you always have to be in touch. You have to answer the phone all the time. I hate it. I miss that.
I miss playground with sand.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Every apartment and flats had their public playground.
A lot of them still have sand. You can go to the playground where it has sand and play with the little children.
Oh,
and
well,
dance
I
to
cannot
Pororo
play
music.
baseball and soccer with them.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's what I miss.
Okay, anybody else? What do you miss from the past? Be nostalgic.
Well, a decade years ago, when I was sick and tired, I usually go to massage shop. But nowadays, I'm worried about going to massage shop because of sexual massage. Yeah, firstly,
yeah.
yeah, when I become so tired, I can relax, just to relax and relieve my stress. But nowadays, that is corrupted. Yeah.
I've never the only this is actually a funny story. The only time I've gotten paid for a massage, I just never did it, was the day that I proposed to my wife. You know, I want to propose with the ring, and I want the perfect day. So I asked a coworker, I said, where's a good place to get a massage, a couples massage? And they said, oh, there's a great place in Itaewon. This was a long time ago. There's a great place in Itaewon. You should go there. I'm like, great, because we're going to eat near Itaewon anyway. Yeah, I hate that coworker now, because it wasn't a couples massage that's nice and relaxing. It was a sports deep tissue massage, which if you've ever had one of those, it's not relaxing. It's horribly painful. So afterwards, we were just walking, just everything hurts. Not romantic. 0%. Yeah, do not recommend. See, if you want a massage, I guess you can go get a sports deep tissue massage. That's not going to be corrupted. It's just going to be painful.
Now that I think about, it was my daily routine to write among friends in teenager. Yeah, I miss
just being with friends and going places.
Yeah. And it was very natural to memorize someone's phone number.
Yeah, of course. Now we don't.
I cannot. Mine.
Yeah, it remembers everything.
Yeah. I cannot remember someone's phone number.
We used to memorize phone numbers.
Yeah. It was very natural.
Okay. Anybody else?
I miss some small places close to my primary school and secondary school. So whenever I hang out with my childhood friends, we used to go there. But when I visit the area, there is no such a place anymore, because I think because they are small businesses after COVID, so they maybe closed down.
Yeah.
So I miss the memories. There's a whole part of my childhood, but there's no such a place anymore there. Just a stay on my head.
Yeah. Just missing the places that aren't there anymore. I'll tell you something weird that some of you might relate to. I miss the old internet. I miss the old internet. When I was a teenager and young, guy in college, the internet was very different than it is now. And young people who never experienced the old internet have no idea what I'm talking about. Nowadays, people only go to 2 or 3 websites. You go to like, I don't know, Facebook, Reddit, and that's it. You don't go to any other websites. But in the old internet, there were hundreds of websites you went to because nothing, like, it's instead of going, nowadays people go to a supermarket to buy everything. But in the past, you went to a butcher, you went to the bakery, you went to the greengrocer, you went to all these different shops to buy things. And that's what the old internet used to be like. You had to discover websites because it wasn't just all together. I'm old enough that I made my first website before Google existed. So I mean, I really used the internet a lot in the past. See, I miss the old internet, what it used to be. Now it's all advertisements.
I think also, do you know beeper? Beepy?
Yeah, beepers. Yes, beep.
Yeah,
beepers.
beepy like beepy 감성. I feel like when I try to meeting my friend, she have to message on me, voice message, and then I have to listen, and then they feel like very kind of exciting to me when the time. Yeah, so I sometimes miss that. Yeah.
I remember when we were young, it's like if you make plans like, oh, tomorrow let's meet at the park at 2:00. Nobody had phones, so you have to go at 2:00 because you can't change your plans. There's no way you can change it. It's like you just have to trust. You have to believe that everybody will be there at 2:00 because nobody has phones. Yeah, I remember those days. I never had a beeper. I was never cool enough to need a beeper, but I thought everyone who had a beeper were so cool. Okay, let's look at another question very quickly. Wow, we were running out of time. Have you ever experienced culture shock? Can you describe your experience? Have you ever experienced culture shock? What was your experience?
Yeah, 2 decades ago, I went to North Korea for 2 years as a security guard, and when I come back to Korea, I was a very distracted person, and when I entered my university campus, and I really wanted to talk to many people, many professors, many students, and then many students, scolded me, "Hey, keep silent, be quiet." But I wanted to be distracted because of the culture shock. Yeah.
That's okay. So you were in North Korea for 2 years. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not, you didn't have culture shock. You had reverse culture shock, we call it. Reverse culture shock is like, if I go back to America, I will experience reverse culture shock because I'm going back to my home country that I haven't been to in a very long time, and I'll have reverse culture shock. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. I've experienced reverse culture shock going back to England or back to America. But yeah, also coming to Asia for the first time, I experienced culture shock.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Anyone who's traveled who had culture shock, or maybe just met foreigners and experienced culture shock?
I have one.
Yes.
When I went to Russia, I was shocked, kind of shocked. They eat mayonnaise in every soup.
Oh,
a lot of
why?
mayonnaise.
Oh.
So I asked, then they say they used to need many calories during the winter.
Yeah.
So they did that. And they really enjoy that. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds, I don't think I could do that. I like mayonnaise, but not in soup.
Oh, me neither.
Interesting.
Yeah, even Russian put mayonnaise on the instant noodle too. I heard.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting.
Or the French fries too.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's okay. I can do that. But soup? No, thank you.
20 years ago in China, I went to the bathroom. Culture shock.
It's about the lunchtime.
I was able to see each other's urine and poop.
Lovely.
Covering only the people main parts.
Oh my.
Culture shock.
No fun. Yeah.
In China.
Well, I lived in China for a few years too in the past, so I also know that, but I actually didn't talk about it because I didn't want to ruin my appetite.
Wow, a lot of us. I lived in China for a year as well, and yeah, I experienced some things. I've seen things. Yeah. Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Yes, yes.
Google Maps.
Google Maps?
Because I'm in Australia. So
Okay.
everybody use a Google Map to go wherever they want to go. But when I visit to Korea last year, I tried to use a Google Map, but they cannot find where I am.
Really?
But I heard that this is national security reason.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure because people in Korea, what kinds of map they use it to go somewhere. Probably Kakao or something.
Yeah, Kakao or Naver.
Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, so for me, it was hard to, I feel really difficult to find somewhere to go because I don't really use Naver, I don't really use Kakao. So it was, for me, it's a bit shock. Can I use Google Maps?
Again, that's reverse culture shock. Going back to your home culture and experiencing culture shock. I've experienced that. Definitely.
When I went to England 20 years ago, I crossed the Dover Strait. And an employee told me not to smile.
Why?
You all look the same when you smile.
That's rude.
Isn't it racist?
That is racist and rude. Yeah. Very
not
rude.
to smile. Yeah. He said.
That's racist and rude. I'm sorry.
Yeah. A culture shock.
Yep. Anybody else? When I went to Ghana, which is in West Africa, when I was like 19 years old, I was there for a month, and I mean, when I walked through the market, everyone reached out to touch me. Everyone wanted to touch me because they've never like touched a white person. They just want to touch my skin. It's very strange.
My husband say when he just came to Korea, everybody pointed like 외국인.
Oh, it used to be that way.
Yeah,
it used to be that way.
Yeah,
now it's not so bad.
And then he feel like I'm British. Why he keeps saying to me American?
It does
doesn't
happen as much. It doesn't happen as much nowadays to me, but it does. Like one time I was on the bus, like it was going to be like a 45-minute bus ride, and like 2 seats in front of me there was this little boy like 4 years old, turned around backwards on his seat, just looking, staring at me for the whole trip. He never turned around. He was just watching me the whole time. I'm like, hi.
And in elevator, Korean parents always say to my husband, "Hey, say English. Speak English. Say hello. How are you?"
That always happens.
Yeah, always happens.
Or just a random kid or random person will walk by you and just say hello and then disappear. Like, what? Who is that? Yeah, that's still. I mean, parents here want their kids to learn English, and I kind of understand. It's not racism. It's just excitement or interest, I guess. Curiosity, maybe. Curiosity is better. Yeah. Okay, we have maybe one more minute. We'll talk for one more minute. What is something from another culture that you want in your life? Like you want to adopt in your life from another culture? I know there's one guy talking about Cuban sandwiches. I would happily take Cuban sandwiches every day in my life, but nowhere to buy them here. Anybody else? What is something you would like to adopt from another culture into your life?
I actually want to talk about some Australian culture that I've experienced when I was in uni, and it's like I think it's like their attitude and culture that's saying thank you, sorry, and no worries, the whole time. And actually, I don't think it's different between character of Korean and Australian, but in Korean culture, actually it doesn't happen a lot. I think people are very not. I don't know. It's maybe contrary refrained from saying sorry, thank you, and no worries. Yeah. So definitely. I hope that we better be. I really like to adopt some kindness of Australia into Korean culture. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Australian culture is definitely more relaxed and more open in many ways.
I think one of the reasons Australia or New Zealander people are more chill than Korean people because they don't much pressure at work. So they have only work legally they're only able to work allowed to work 38 hours per week. So they have a much time to relax, have a life after work.
Whereas in Korea, sometimes it's not possible.
That's the country.
But also you have to think like in the West, Australia, America, England, we don't care about age, really. It just doesn't, I mean, especially 2 or 3 years, 5 or 10 years, maybe if someone's like a different generation than me, like a grandpa, I will be more respectful. But if they're rude, I won't be more respectful. They have to earn it. But in Korea, like age controls so much about how polite you need to be. And just doesn't really exist in the West. We just don't care.
Nobody asks age.
Yeah, it's rude to ask age. Okay, well, I think that's going to have to wrap it up for today. We're out of time, but I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation class. We'll do it again in about 1 month. We're having another one. And if you want to talk more to me, you can sign up for the Phone English. Just talk to the English department and you can sign up for Phone English, where I call you and just talk to you for 15 minutes. So that's pretty great. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great weekend, all of you. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Joshua.
Have a lovely weekend.
Professor.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
You too.